Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing a chilling true story that will leave you questioning everything. This story was shared on Reddit by a user named, and it's one of the most terrifying tales I've ever come across. So, grab a blanket, turn off the lights, and let's dive into the night their best friend started to scare them. It all started in a quiet suburban town in Pennsylvania. The narrator, who was 13 at the time, lived in a green two-story house with their parents. Their best friend Daryl lived right across the street. They were inseparable, hanging out after school, playing video games, and even texting late into the night. But one day, everything changed. One evening, the narrator was home alone, playing video games, when they heard a loud knock at the door. It was a police officer asking about a neighbor. At the time, it seemed like nothing out of the ordinary. But over the next few days, Daryl stopped showing up to school. No texts, no calls, just silence. The narrator tried to reach out, dropping off homework and knocking on Daryl's door, but there was no response. Then late one night, they finally got a text from Daryl. But something was off. The messages were short, cold, and unlike the Daryl they knew. Then, things took a turn for the worse. The narrator noticed a light on in Daryl's house. Someone was pacing back and forth in the upstairs window, and then, they got a text. That's when the narrator realized something was terribly wrong. The person in the window wasn't Daryl. And the phone calls. One night they answered a call from Daryl's number only to hear a deep, raspy voice say, "Panicked." The narrator locked themselves in their room. But it was too late. They heard footsteps in the hallway, and then, pounding on the door. The voice on the other side whispered, "The narrator called 999, hiding in their closet as the intruder screamed and banged on the door. By the time the police arrived, the man was gone. But what they discovered next was horrifying. The neighbor, Lorraine, had been brutally murdered, and Daryl's family, they were all dead. The killer had been living in their house using Daryl's phone to taunt the narrator. The case remains unsolved to this day. The narrator and their family moved away, but the trauma stayed with them. Years later, they thought they had finally moved on, until they received a call from Daryl's number. The killer was never caught. And to this day, they wonder, who was that man, and is he still out there? What do you think happened that night? Could you imagine going through something like this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more chilling tales. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.